And so apparently, one day after a modder released a static camera FOV, Piranha Bytes have released an official alternative camera for Elex 2. So what they have done is pretty similar to what that mod did, and it seems to just give a fixed wide FOV. This is the alternative camera now, and it's, you know, basically doing the same thing that mod did, except I've noticed that the camera doesn't have that little lag. When you start moving and stop moving, it just kind of stays completely fixed to your character. And you notice, like when I walk, run, and sprint, it stays the same FOV the whole time. Now, you still can't zoom in and out, which I don't know why they wouldn't put that in the game. You could do that in every other Piranha Bytes game dating back to Gothic 1. They still don't let you zoom out, but this is, I think, ultimately a more pleasant version of the camera, to have it just be fixed on your character and not constantly going crazy. Because if we go back to the settings and look at what the original one was, all of a sudden, look at the FOV, how wide it is. You can kind of see this pole here, and then the light and this little pole here. I'm going to hit escape. All of a sudden, all of that on the right side of the screen, it gets immediately narrower when you're just walking around. And like when you're, you know, you're looting stuff, and it just, like, it comes to a screeching halt and it's constantly zooming in and out. Oh, like, it never really bothered me. Like, I noticed it immediately when I started playing the game. But after a few hours, like, I would feel some eye strain and little things like that. Like, it was a physical burden to use this system. I mean, it's kind of neat to have it be a little bit dynamic in that regard, but just, like, having that constant snap zoom when you're sprinting and then you're coming to a halt to interact with something, and oh, that does get to be a little bit of a nuisance. So I'm going to play around with the alternative camera for the official alternative camera for this episode. I don't think it's doing anything with, I think you still have mild amounts of mouse smoothing, but it's not extreme, so I'm just going to play with this. Oh, one thing I'm not sure is the camera doesn't zoom out like it did when you do the sprint boosters. So that might be a slight knock on this, but I'm not sure if it will be significant or not. I'll just play with it for a while and see. But anyway, now I can continue into what I believe to be the cleric's headquarters, and there's somebody named Elex guarding the gates.
Excuse me. Yes, you. Haven't seen you around here before. Well, whatever your reasons for coming here, we clerics aren't in the business of turning people away. That said, it's my duty to make sure every traveler who arrives here knows how we run things. No stealing and no fighting. Understood?
She's a cleric? She's wearing berserker armor.
You don't look like a cleric. Not like any I've ever seen.
Ha! I'd much rather be wearing the official uniform, but we have limited resources.
So where did that armor come from?
A while ago, our scouts came across some berserkers and Morkons fighting. The berserkers were completely outnumbered, didn't have a chance. The Morkons wiped them out and just left their corpses where they fell. It was the scouts' duty to give them a half-decent burial.
But it wasn't possible to bury them with such bulky armor?
Yeah, though as you can see, it's been put to good use. We clerics do not tolerate wastefulness. Now, I know you're not here to talk about armor. So, how about I give you a guided tour?
I knew it!
It's quiet right now. I can leave my post for a while.
I'm gonna get a guided
Unless you
tour
have
at every
any more
location, aren't
questions.
I? Let me quick save.
If you still want a tour, you know where to find me.
Yeah. Okay, so there's gonna be a guided tour at every single outpost, faction headquarters. Although for the first time, I'm not having like good cop, bad cop going on. There's not like a super nice, helpful person and then like kind of a jerk next to them. Let me just talk to her a bit. Are you the only guard?
Tell me, are you the only guard at this gate?
Yes, if you don't count the combat mechs. Completely unreliable, those things. Too glitchy. Anyway, I can't complain. It's a solitary job, but my work allows everyone to sleep soundly. I'm proud of that. A cleric dedicates their life to saving others.
His life, and she said their life. Not a big deal, but every now and then you see little things like that where they don't quite line up. It makes more sense to say their life because some are men or some are women. Yeah, some are men and some are women.
How are things here?
These are troubled times. We've been attacked, displaced, scattered. There's a risk that our community, our identity, will be lost forever. People are losing hope. They don't believe this situation will ever change.
Now here's an observation. Even though she's wearing berserker armor, she still has like this necklace, and I'm not sure what these necklaces are supposed to be. So it looks too yellow to be mana shards, but I would assume that berserkers would have mana. It would be a neat touch if she had like a symbol of Kalan on instead of just a generic berserker necklace. Anyway, they don't believe the situation will ever change. What situation are we talking about?
What situation?
What situation? Have you been living in a cave?
Living on a hut.
The Albs drove us out of
Got crushed.
Igladon. Then those disgusting creatures rained down from the sky and caused havoc. We've lost nearly everything. Our very existence is under threat. Should I go on?
Sorry I asked.
Don't get me wrong, we're not all in despair. Some of us still believe we have a future. If we can regroup, focus on things we can achieve, not what we can't, play to our strengths. If we can do that, I'm certain our ranks will start to increase again.
Give me a tour.
I'd like a tour of the base.
Granted.
All
with
your base.
pleasure.
Base.
Stay close to me,
All
okay?
your base.
First, I'll show you the habitat. It's where all the acolytes sleep. You can get some shut-eye there too if you like. I expect you're tired from such a long journey.
Ooh,
Just pick whichever bed
berserker.
looks good to you. There's more than enough to go around.
Everyone just grabs random beds. That's fine. People like sweat and drool and just, in beds. I don't want to be sleeping in a random bed. Well, I do all the time in the game, but in real life,
Here we are.
I would want assigned
Take
beds.
a quick look inside. I don't mind waiting.
Okay, back in a moment.
Okay, back in a
I'm
moment.
gonna go explore
All
the
right.
sleeping quarters. Which one is specifically which? Like this one? Or that one? This don't look like no sleeping quarters. Also, the camera still, like, goes haywire. Is this Hulk Hogan? What in the world? No, that's not Hulk Hogan. Law Patrol in cinema? It's got like a salmon. This is very strange. The clerics have a mana potion. Why am I not like auto stealing everything? It used to be like you can hold down the thing and he'd grab everything. And now he's not doing that. Is it because it's stealing? What is this? Martial arts, I don't recognize what that is. This lime looks like a lime symbol, even though it looks like a bunch of people. But it looks like a lime. Safe. I can hack the safe. Can I hack it? I cannot.
Just can't do that yet.
Will anyone teach me how to hack? Because that's half the reason I came here. Half because it's a faction hub and it's nearby. The other half because I need to hack.
No.
Tired of
just can't do
finding
that
locked
yet.
safes that I can't hack. Too many of them. A hearth. Whoa. Pack of cigarettes. Oh, what was that? Cash box. Rock the Casbah. That looked more like personal quarters, not like general living spaces. Here we go. This is like random barracks for just random people to come and randomly lie down. There's also like nobody here anywhere. I've seen one person. No, there was a random worker. Nope, I don't want to talk to you. Nope, loot the garlic. Ooh, destruction. I guess murder people. Where'd he go? Who are you? Generic guard. Is there stairs to get up anywhere? There's clearly an upper level to this building. There are no stairs. That don't make sense. Even if the clerics are like super advanced and everyone has jetpacks, this building is like ancient. Predates the comet. Oh, here we are. It's an exterior stairs. I was gonna be like, yo, why are there no stairs? How would people have gotten up here before the comet? Before jetpacks? Before everyone had a personal jetpack? Ooh, lockpick. Easy. Ooh, I have one of these already, don't I? A damaged savior? I'm one away from getting a very good-looking weapon, which of course needs a buttload of constitution. I don't have. But I do have a new hat, which offers less armor. It gives me googly goggles. And the tiniest possible brim. I will put my better armored hood on. Oh, there's been a guard staring at me this whole time? When did that happen? You go away. I have things to steal, and I'd prefer you to not be looking at me while I do it.
No, just can't do that yet.
Beyond spaceship? Beyond salvation. Dark matter. Really hard to make out what's going on in this, but it looks kind of like some kind of space station. Maybe in the foreground of a planet. And this is that, like, Warcraft-looking thing. Warhammer aesthetic. Symbol of Kalan. And a lamp? Hollow projector. One singular Elexit. Whoa, whoa. There's some sketchy repair work going on with these floors. They're like stitching it together with boards and random crap. Oh. Somebody fancies himself an art. No! There's a gun being held up to a little bunny or something. That's very destructive. They'll get destruction increased slightly. Personal letter. Let's go! Our beloved creator this, the wonderful creator that. I can't take it anymore. We can pray all we want, but you can't eat prayers. We'll go to the paladins and help them. At least there, we'll learn something and won't have to listen to this preacher drone on and on. Rather put in a bit of elbow grease, bolt some mechs together. It would be awesome if we got to test the repaired guns, too. Either way, it will make more sense than the bullshit Brother Johannes has been spewing. Actually, I just had me a thought. What would happen if I installed that mod over top of the alternative camera fix? Or the alternative official thing? Would it just completely override it? Or would, like, something... It would probably just override it. I was wondering if I could get some weird middle ground.
Just can't do that yet.
Okay. Just gonna stick on here. That's fine. There has been, like, nothing on any rooftop ever. Nope. Whoa, okay, climb up, buddy. What is this? Like a elevator? It doesn't open, whatever it is. Where's Elex? Let's continue the tour.
Well, you took your time.
Yep, I looted everything in there that I could.
Those mattresses are certainly very comfortable.
Would she have stood here and waited for me if I slept?
But now that you're fully rested, let's move on. Although, there's something I need to ask you first.
Did I save?
Are you a believer?
Oh, doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
Not really. I'm just curious. So are you a believer or not?
Where's the agnostic one for I believe in the possibility of a god, but I am not convinced that this is necessarily the correct god or that it matters significantly. But since I've played the first game, I of course know what's going on with their god Kalan. I guess I've not only played the first game, but I have also done the somewhat hidden side quest to uncover the truth of their god, so I know, technically, is not no Kalan.
I find that hard to understand. Given the times we live in, the world teetering on the edge of destruction all over again. Though there are plenty of people around here who share your perspective. To me, though, belief is the best source of hope. Brother Johannes often preaches this simple truth. In fact, his prayer service should be starting right about now.
Oh, we're gonna go to it, aren't we?
Let me take you there.
Let's go. Prayer. We're gonna slowly walk there, apparently.
When I do have time to
Crony?
myself,
Where's Crony?
a quiet moment, I find solace in prayer. Outsiders often find this hard to understand, but let me tell you, 1 week at my post would make anyone start to believe. The canteen is right next door, by the way. The selection is, well, limited. But
Next door?
if you chew a little longer than usual, you should be able to keep it down. Looks like we're right on time. Listen to Johannes for as long as you want. If you like the sermon, I don't mind staying to the end. Just let me know when you've had enough.
Brothers and sisters, hear me. I have been blessed with another revelation. A message has come to me. A message of hope and peace. You call yourselves exiles, but here you have found a new home. You call yourselves lost, but the Creator shows you the way. You call yourselves powerless, but prayer gives you strength every hour of every day. If you accept the Creator as your Savior, you will achieve enlightenment. Who can doubt His glory? As I thought, not a single one of you. Praise be to you all. Now go, feast upon the fruits of your labor. May the Creator bless you.
That was a sermon? That was kind of simple and boring and not very enlightening. What is this? What's he got? He's got a courage. He's also got some goblets and a prayer book that I can take this stuff. I'm just gonna take it. Look at that. Give us strength. The strength of the Creator gives us is a great thing. We can benefit from all knowledge granted to us for our journey through life. Let us make use of it and thank our Creator anew each day. Only when we recognize that it is He who blessed us with this knowledge are we truly enlightened. There are all signs that things will improve for us. I bring you the message of hope and peace. The Creator will be our Savior. There is no longer any reason to doubt my words. He has always been there for us, and He always will be. Many long for peace and justice. The power and the strength of the Creator will unfold, preparing us for whatever lies ahead. I'll talk to you later. He's here. Let me just talk. We'll see what happens.
Ah, a new seeker. I look at you and see that, like all wayward souls, you were led here by an inner emptiness. But your search is at an end.
It's an inner emptiness.
You have reached your destination.
The hacking skill.
The Creator welcomes you.
Who can teach me hacking?
Tell me more about the Creator.
He is the bread that fills your stomach. He is the light that brightens your day. The signpost for the lost. If you wish, I will gladly strike up a hymn so that we can pay homage to Him together.
No need. I think I get the picture.
They have been very careful not to say, like, the word Kalan.
I'm actually looking for work.
Oh no, my son. No. That is not what you seek at all.
I seek the hacking skill.
But your mistaken seeking brings us to a vitally important question. Why do we dedicate ourselves every day to drudgery? Do you know what our Creator has taught us about this?
Great. We've got important things to do, and you're wasting time arguing with this guy.
Sister, we are opening our minds and spirits. It goes beyond mere discussion. But, back to my question. Are you aware of the Creator's teachings?
Not in so many words, but I have a sinking feeling you're about to tell me.
My son, a man afraid to talk about his beliefs and those of another is no man at all. The Creator says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened." But how does he conclude his offer to us? Do you know?
Question of faith. This was a quest? Are any of these right? Will I get bonus points if I know the right thing? Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, because I want to give you a backpack. This is the one that would make the most religious sense to me. I mean, this one is like the most, what's the word, like, existentially philosophic. But I can be a smartass and give you a backpack.
Because I will shoulder your burdens.
I see you are a man who heard the words of the Creator, my son. I knew from the moment I saw you that he had called you to me. And because your beliefs stand upon such strong foundations, I bestow on you the honor of helping our flock be fruitful and multiply.
I already have one son. That's enough for now.
I speak not of the miracle of birth. I speak of the miracle of persuasive words. I ask that you journey to the lands of the savages to spread the word of the Creator. Take on this pilgrimage, and his eternal gratitude will be your reward.
About that pilgrimage.
About that pilgrimage.
Hey, yo, what can I get paid for it?
What do I have to do?
Fear not. I don't expect you to stand on street corners and preach the word. The Creator's words are written down. They need only be placed in reach of lost souls.
Oh, it's a bulletin board
Take
quest.
these flyers.
That's boring.
Hang them somewhere visible, somewhere the helpless are sure to set eyes upon them. When your work is done, return and we can open our arms to the new arrivals together.
I know I can probably drop those off at the clerics, but I don't remember there being bulletin boards in the Markin headquarters.
Do you really think you can win people over like that?
Of course, the pen is mightier than the sword, and so it has been since time immemorial. I caution you, do not follow the ways of our trainers. They see martial finesse as our greatest weapon, but true protection only springs forth from inner contemplation. Our ranks will fill up, believe me. We'll be a bulwark, steadfast in belief, strong enough to defy all dangers.
Where exactly should I go?
Do your ears not hear? The lands where savages roam.
Do you mean the Berserkers' Fort?
That is one such place. But the crater, too, is home to many godless creatures whose ears are closed. They are savages indeed.
And the Morcons, what about them?
They are wretched worshippers of a false idol. Their path leads only to darkness. Nothing, not even the light of the Creator, can save them from damnation. Do not concern yourselves with those who live in the ice either. Their hearts are frozen solid, and no words will thaw them.
So, the fort and the crater. Got it.
Payment.
What kind of payment can I expect
Besides
for this?
spiritual enlightenment.
Is your own salvation not recompense enough?
Is business
I was
expensive?
hoping for something more tangible.
Business expenses.
I must take some time to ponder this matter. In any case, you will certainly not be disappointed, my son.
Good.
Good. Murder.
the gun away. Good decision.
Alright, Alex. We can continue.
Ready to move on?
Ooh. Now I am.
Yeah. What else is there to see?
Let's not talk about it. Let's just get going. I spend enough time standing around. I need the exercise.
Spends
On
enough
we
of
go.
her time standing around. And we're gonna slowly walk. This is exciting.
That's the Regent's Citadel. Next to that are the archives. The Citadel is where our people conduct vital research. The archives are where they safely store that knowledge. Not the kind of work that I'm interested in. Let's not go inside. You'd be bored to tears, and I'm trying to make this tour interesting. Come on, nearly done.
If I have stuff I don't need, where can I offload it?
Maybe talk to Vivian in the merchant storehouse. Head to the southern side of the castle. Go left as you enter through the gate. Okay, that's about it. You should have a rough idea of where everything is. And don't forget, if any of the buildings spark your curiosity, just go inside and say hello.
Hello.
Just like that?
Hello.
As long as you don't get in anyone's
Hello,
way,
everybody.
no one will mind. This is the Judicator's Basilica.
Basilica.
Humble folks like us tend not to hang around here. Unless you're standing accused of something. I suggest you be extremely careful what you say and do in Hagen's presence. He's in charge of passing out sentences.
No problem. I'll look after him.
What?
Oh, I thought he was in charge.
He makes that mistake himself.
If you're done, I'd like to keep moving.
Of course. But listen, you see Hagen, you salute him. He's a nice guy, but you have to show him respect. Conduct yourself like a true cleric.
I'm not a cleric.
Hagen will be able to answer your questions. I expect you've got plenty. I'll go back to my post. If you're ever in need of some company, please come by and say hello. Goodbye for now.
I mean, she seems friendly, but what kind of company is she gonna... Like, are we actually gonna have chats? Are we gonna do anything, or is it just gonna be, hi, okay, bye? Where's Crony? I want my combat drone. My non-judgmental companion friend with the energy damage over time and the cool flashlight. I seem to recall Crony also had kind of like a literally mechanically dry sense of humor.
Already.
Like, I don't know how to describe it, but Crony would make like very dry observations about your actions or things in the environment. It would be moderately comical. Whoa! Okay. Here's another question. There's a setting somewhere here to, double tap. You can double tap dodge to do this. So if I do that, can I dodge? What? So it doesn't, you can't dodge in midair at all if you do that. Am I missing something? Like, what? Did the tutorial tell me something forever ago that I've forgotten? Because right now, Kaya is, like, splitting between dimensions, but I can't double tap to dodge with that turned off, so I have to use either control or mouse 4. Then you go in the jetpack mode. You can't use mouse 4 or the control button, and because the double tap to dodge is disabled, you can't do that either. So what are you supposed to do? Why is it like that?
What the hell is wrong with you, you piece of shit machine?
Kino.
Let's go through it again. Servo motor, check. Hydraulics, check. Helix intake.
Worried you'll be
check.
caught?
Oh, he looked at me right as... Analysis report. Object. Fighting Colossus 42. Analysis. Blown fuses. Malfunctioning plasma thrower. Faulty memory. Chips. Disrupted input signal. Voltage and current readings. Yeah.
Central processing unit.
Did anyone report my
How the
crime?
fuck am I supposed to know?
Kino's chest. I
Needs a
need
key.
the proper key. I wonder if I could
Worried you'll be
pickpocket a
caught?
key. I can take the scrap. And I don't suppose I have any fuel. No, I don't.
Just look at what became of them. They had an enormous modern city, and now they're holed up in this old world ruin.
What are you up to?
They have a blacksmith. Look at that. There's no forge for it, though. It's just an anvil. That's not how that works. You need a lot more than just an anvil to make weapons. I got so many great axes that I can make. Well, let's see, because 3 of these, 8, 16, 24, that's worth 1,800. It's actually... Oh wait, no, damn, I keep looking at the wrong thing. Damaged great axe is worth 100, so 3 of them together, they sell individually for 300, but combined they sell for 800, so it's better to do it that way. And then this needs 2 of them, so 800 times 2 is 1,600. Minimal value from either of these, you get 200 bonus for that. Infinite skies for a better future.
What the hell?
You know, looking at me. Another safe. What do you know?
No,
And I
just
can't
do that
hack
yet.
it. I just can't hack it in
What
this
are you
world.
doing?
Jetpacking, what do you think? Alright. Whoops. Kino,
Drop
chat.
your weapon.
He's got a ZX-01.
Good decision.
I can talk to him. Maybe not. Alright, well, Kino, what you got?
How can I be of service? Or maybe you can be of service to me.
I'd prefer not to service
Anything
you.
about combat mechs or drones? I'm struggling with the instruction cycle. They're like normal instructions, only more, technological.
Guess what? This is the 4th stat check that I've had in dialogue. Still no skill checks to speak of. And they've all been intelligence. Why have there not been anything else? No cunning? No strength? Dexterity?
What's the error? Is it the number of clock cycles? Or the assignment of addresses in memory?
What? Look, just forget I ever asked. I'll figure it out. Eventually. So, what did you want again?
Do you teach me how to hack?
Do you train technicians too?
I don't have, time. Right, I don't have time for that.
That sounded suspicious.
But I've seen Vivian juggle a wrench now and again.
Alright, where's Vivian?
Not that she comes close to my level of skill, but she can show you how to open a can, that sort of thing.
And is she
Don't ask
someone
her.
from the first game?
You can
Because
find
that
her in the
name
merchant store.
sounds familiar.
What do you do here?
I solve problems. In theory, anyway. These shiny little buddies here, the ones we're endlessly tinkering with, sooner or later, they're supposed to fill the gaps in our ranks of soldiers.
Looks like it might be a while.
That's not quite true. I already have a prototype. All it needs is a little testing.
Want me to fight it?
You try getting results with a roll of wire and a few rubber bands. I'm not the problem here. I was trained by Master Goddard. May the Creator bless his soul. Unfortunately, my work here also makes me irreplaceable. I can never find the time to go out and give my prototype a proper field test.
I ain't got time for that. Is this gonna be creation? Better not be.
I'll test it for you if you like.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, why not? I would prefer to test it myself, but I won't turn down the offer. Right, so, I'll set the prototype to run a routine outside the castle. I want you to follow and observe. It's programmed to protect us from enemies, so you should pay attention to how well it identifies and fights threats. Keep a record of how long it takes to deal with the enemies. I need to know if it's running efficiently or not. It should be approximately 37.5% faster at threat recognition compared to previous combat mechs.
Got it.
Great. Just hold on a second then. I'll send it on its guard routine. Get ready to give chase.
Guard. Oh my god. Prototype test with a capital E. That's fine.
Unit ZX-01. Initialize new routine. Execute routine Alpha 1 with subroutine B. Huh. Well, these readings are a little odd. Drop your weapon.
I was.
Don't want trouble after all,
Good decision.
The infection. These stories about the hybrids. I can't get them out of my head. How could Dawkins' mind become a slave to this machine?
Am I missing dialogue with
Dawkins
Kina,
has
or
shown
is
the
he
full
on
strength of his
pause?
willpower time and again. But whatever. We'll finally see whether he's right or not.
Execute routine Alpha 1 with
Okay,
subroutine
he's starting
B.
over.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought
These
the
readings are a
prototype was
little
gonna
odd.
go berserk, so I was ready.
What
Fight. Here we go. What are you climbing down from?
I have the sinking feeling that I might need to work on the prototype a little bit longer.
Man was climbing down an
Don't
invisible
say.
ladder.
Sorry, I must have made a mistake when calibrating the enemy detection.
Ding!
Good thing we managed to destroy it, huh? Kind of a shame, though. Now I have to start from scratch again. Still, thanks for wanting to help out. I appreciate it. I'll let you know when I have a new prototype ready for testing. Provided you still want to help, I mean.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not so sure of that.
Here, take this. We'll call it hazard pay.
$200, and I get to loot the corpse with a damaged alb sword. Whoa, what? And a servo motor. I got 4 servo motors. Damaged alb sword. Which becomes kind of surprisingly crappy regular alb sword. The enhanced one does ice damage, though. That's kind of exciting. Getting dark. Kind of like the low light in this game. It's got pretty good sort of ambiance to it. Like here, I love this. Pitch black, can't see a damn thing. Flashlights. So much better than those annoying magnesium players. It's overlooking where I was previously. Aha! This looks like a merchant building. Gather firewood. Vivian, I would like to remind you that collecting wood is not a punishment. This isn't the Hort. Our generators aren't the fancy kind, so if you dislike freezing as much as I do, shut your mouths and get to collecting burnables. Can somebody please fix the shed? What's wrong with the shed? Is this the shed? The name Vivian sounds very familiar. I think she was either... There was somebody who was like in charge of running the cafeteria. That might have been Martha. There's Elex, right? Yeah. There's a woman who was in charge of running the fighting colossuses, the colossi, the cleric mechs. There was there's a woman who was trying to uncover the secrets of Kalan and the teachings of the prophet Arvid. Those are the main female clerics that I can remember. I wonder if Vivian is one of them. Steel empty. There we go. I was like, why? Oh, and the guard conveniently shows up right when I'm about to start stealing stuff. Oh god.
Will you get lost? That's right. Get the hell out of here.
Get the hell out of here. Where he at? Where are they at, though?
Will you get lost?
I don't... Who? Where? What? I refuse to get lost. For there are goods, and I must steal them. And I must quick save to avoid consequence if I get caught. Yeah, I do love being able to sprint sneak, though. Like, that's nice. What the... Oh.
That didn't work.
There's somebody, like, in the vicinity. I hear footsteps. Grenade launcher. Ayo. Plus 10 dexterity. What? Whoa. I don't have to pick this one. Medkit and band toilet paper.
You got a bad back? What's with the posture?
I'm sneaking. What do you think? I don't even know who's seeing me. No one sees me according
You
to
got a
the
bad back? What's with the
interface.
posture? You got a bad back? What's
Shut
with
up.
the posture?
Stop saying that.
You got a bad back?
Stop saying that.
What's with the posture?
I'm not even posturing. I'm standing. Whoa! Somebody enjoys their snacks up here. All this stuff. Can't loot any of it. I can loot some scrap. Storehouse. Goblet. Pack of ciggies. Oh, I wanted the ciggies. Pack of ciggies. Chest. Medium lock. Vivian. Oh, there was Vivian. There's somebody you were trying to. Somebody at the domed city was like trying to recruit like a new mechanic, someone to help work on general defenses or like robots or something. It might have been Vivian if she's switched from the domed city and is kind of just joined up with the actual cleric's headquarters. That might be her. Arms dealer, general trader, spare parts trader. You guys are the most generic sounding.
Hello.
Hello. Show me your goods.
What goods have you got?
Sure.
A persuader, 12,000. Good golly. Regent sword looks kind of neat. I have no bladed maces. Why is it displaying like so much more damage? Oh, I have the shotgun equipped, that's why. This will give me a better idea of
Smart move.
damage. I was like, all these, I was like looking at it going like, I could have sworn my sword did like 130 something. Like, how are these better? Because I had the shotgun equipped. I have a damaged sphere edge in my inventory. I mean, that seems like a badass weapon, but I can't equip it anytime soon. Laser rifle PT-3. Ammo. Yeah. Nothing terribly exciting there. Nothing terribly useful there.
Hiya, kid.
Show me your
If
goods.
you're looking for everyday clothes, I might have something for you. The range is pretty limited, but I'm sure we can find something to suit you.
What? Why does he have so much dialogue?
Can I buy cleric armor from you?
Standard stuff won't do, huh? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but our armor is in short supply. We lost most of it when we fled from the Horde.
I guess that means I leave here empty-handed.
Well, I do have one absolute gem left, but it's under lock and key.
What do you mean?
We still have a set of Regent armor, but if you want it, you'll have to make a big impression on Judicator Hagen. I can't release anything until he gives me clearance.
Would you even let me buy Regent armor when I'm not a cleric? Like, wasn't that a faction exclusive thing in the first game?
You busy?
Oh, little, but I'm fine with that. You know, we used to go out at all hours of the day and night and get into some kind of fight. Now, we just don't have the soldiers. On the plus side, it means we're not constantly mourning the fallen. But as long as we're chatting, maybe you can tell me what things look like out there. I hear that the Dark Horde are putting up those towers everywhere. Is that true?
The Dark Horde. Yeah, my house got blowed up.
I can confirm that. My place got hit pretty hard.
Whoa, and you're still alive? If that happened to me, I'd crap my pants. How'd you make it out?
Dumb luck.
In my experience, there's no such thing.
My experience,
The
there's no
Creator
such
has
thing
plans
as
for
luck.
you, no doubt about it. In any case, thanks for the chat. It's good to talk to someone else. Here, from my personal reserve.
Was
It
he
helps
giving me
against every
booze?
horror.
Moonshine.
You up for a trade?
Sure.
Show me your goods. What's he got? Generic clothes. 25 stamina. That's kind of exciting, but not that exciting. Standard cleric hat. Let's see how goofy a cleric hat looks. It's only 340 or 240. It gives slightly better armor. Oh. Oh. You know, I kind of like the hood better. Kind of weird that it's got this, like, mask on, but it doesn't offer any sort of, like, poison resistance or something like that. Nah, I kind of like the more relaxed look of the hood. The hood is nice. Spare parts and general trader.
Hey there.
Hello. Show me your goods.
What goods have you got?
Of course.
What do I have in specialization right now? Lockpicking and bookworm? Well, that's hard to give up. Small gemstones. It's 200 for these. Yeah, I could spend like 1,500 bucks right now and buy more jetpack fuel. Nope, not Kaya.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey! Show me your goods.
What?
Oh, you got a bunch of crap. That's what she got. No, thank you. Vivian.
If you want to buy something, go see my merchants. They'll sell you what we can spare.
Teach me the ways of hacking. Oh, I can show. I can. I forgot about that. Where did I get that quest? Havar. Bartering with Hank. I used to declare. He said 1,000 gold. Elexit. Time to barter.
What do you make of this?
Let me see it. Give it to me.
Why is she laughing?
Who gave you this piece of crap?
I was told you'd take it off my hands.
What am I supposed to do with some worthless scrap metal?
Y'all don't value gold?
Worthless. It's gold.
Oh yeah? Take a closer look. It's iron with gold coloring. And I'm not even sure it's real iron. Someone ripped you off.
Are you totally sure?
Absolutely no doubt. Though I have to say, the forger who made this is a real expert.
Why would he send me directly
Who
to
was
Vivian
it?
if
I mean,
if
they
he
seem
knew
to
it was a
know me,
scam?
Said his name was Hank.
Right? Doesn't ring any bells. But who'd use their real name in this line of work, huh?
Something really fishy is
Whoever
going on.
it was, they thought I'd be fooled by this. Didn't realize I'm not a simple merchant. I have experience in dealing in stuff like this. Hey, maybe if you hurry, you can catch them before they get away.
Like he targeted. He said Vivian specifically. When she's like she seems like she would be someone who would know, be able to sniff out a piece of fake gold. Like, I feel like he should have directed me to somebody less astute than her. Teach me the ways of the hack.
Kino says you're good with technology.
Oh yeah? Somehow I doubt he put it quite so nicely. The only ass he kisses is his own. If he talks about me, it's only to make me look bad.
You're not a fan of his, then?
It's mutual. But you must have noticed that he doesn't deserve that position.
His robot went haywire.
He thinks he does just because he got here before me. He forgets that I was already in charge of this stuff back in the Domed City.
Domed City.
Why don't
I
you do
remembered
something
it.
about it?
Why bother? The way he behaves, he'll be dead in the dirt within a year. Besides, I'm needed here. If he and I traded places, our supply chain would dry up in 2 days tops. But I'd be happy to teach you if you'd like. For a small fee, of course.
Teach me.
Could you teach me something?
Sure thing.
Hacking. Finally. Oh, I gotta get my cunning up to 15. Whoopsie. Hold that thought. Oh, she's freaking out. Alright. Teach me the ways of the computer hack. What does she want for it? 500? 250. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. And presumably I can find a specialization somewhere or a modifier that would give me extra hacking, so it may not be worth it to master level 2 hacking, but I can at least hack some stuff now. I'm 1 point shy of getting 1 extra melee damage. Okay, where was the hacking chest? Lockpick. There's a bunch of stuff here. I remember there's like several. Oh, there's so many people up here.
What do you want?
But there is no chest up here to hack. I have to re-explore all these buildings looking for
something?
where those locked safes were. Finish talking with Vivian though. Yeah, okay. Vivian, what are you doing?
What are you doing here?
What's going on?
It's my job to catalog and ration the supplies in the castle, which means I'm busy. So if you don't want anything, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't bother me anymore.
What?
You need help with your work?
Ah, so that's what you're after. You want a job. Well, if you want to help out, I always need supplies. So, if you have any long-life food you want to get rid of, give it to me.
The canned goods?
Our trade convoy has gone missing, and there are no supplies coming in, which is a big problem.
What happened to your trade convoy?
If only I knew. They should have been here long ago. But if you're looking for work, I'd pay you to find them if you can, and help them if they're still alive.
You're not gonna abandon them to their fate, right?
Am I still allowed to make my own decisions?
You can answer that question for yourself.
Should I, leave you two alone for a bit?
No, it's fine.
Why was she so, like, so into that? I got some canned goods for you.
I have some supplies for you.
You know, I'll only take large quantities off your hands. I can't do much with individual cans. Show me what you got.
What you want? Bread is a long life? That is not long life at all. That stuff goes stale in like a week. And it goes moldy in like 2 weeks.
I brought you some canned meat.
Thank you. Here's your payment.
50 shards. That was $5 of can. How much? Slightly more than they're worth. What were my other options? Water and bread? I mean, some of this gets used in cooking recipes, doesn't it? Like, I almost don't want to sell her anything. 1 beer before 4, after 4, 4 more. What? Where's my water? Here it is.
I have some water for you.
Thanks.
That was more lucrative.
I have some bread to give.
Thanks a lot.
That's nah. I ain't selling you nothing. Not for no $50.
About the trade convoy. Where should I start looking for them?
They can't be that far away, actually. I know they were on their way back from the Berserkers. They're probably somewhere between the fort and our castle.
I'll find them.
I'll find them for you.
I'll make it worth your time. If you can help them reestablish their trade routes, I will reward you handsomely.
I like the sound of that.
And if they're dead, well, at least then I'll know I don't have to keep on waiting.
Sure. But first, I've got to finish exploring the city and stealing things and talking to people and picking up quests. I can sit on a box. Well, that's great. I also gotta find... Whoa! I gotta find all these, safes that I was finding earlier. And I gotta hack all the safes that I can now hack. Watch all of them be, like, high-level safes that I can't hack because I only have level 1 hacking. Safe. Level 1 hacking is not good enough. 30 cunning. I can't afford it. Alright, what the fuck? Safe.
Oh, God, I just can't do that yet.
I'm dying to learn hacking so I can hack, and they can't hack. This is the first one I opened.
No, just can't do that yet.
Why does it, like, it doesn't tell you the hacking level anywhere? That's also kind of aggravating. It would be nice to be able to see what level the hack is before having to click the button to try to hack. Damn it.
Things that are useless to you might be of great use to someone else.
Who even saw me?
Sell it to a trader.
I don't see nobody.
And suffering. But above all, be fair. It'll help everyone.
Oh, this is where I was failing to hack everything. That's the other quarters. This just goes up, and there's the thing down here. Healing herb. Ooh. Where are all them level 1 safes at? Need me some level 1 safes. Not no level 2 safes. Specifically a level 1 safes. I already looted this, haven't I? Yeah. What's with your posture? Who's gonna throw out your back with that posture? Yeah, posture. Hey, I can hack it. I don't know if it's level 1 or if it's level 0, but I can hack it. Let me go 7, 5, 2, 4. Okay, I got 1. That's great. I guess it could be 210. Let me try 8, 6, 1, 2. Wow. Yeah, it's tricky. They don't let you see what combinations you've tried before. Yeah, I've already forgotten what I just typed in. 6102. 2106.
I'm in.
All that for garbage. Literal junk. This hacking skill is gonna be horribly disappointing, isn't it? There's a children's. Can I talk to the children?
Let me sleep.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't want to talk to you anyway. Whoa. Murder! Meh. Eh. You are a cleric.
I don't have time right now.
But you ain't got no name, so you are an unimportant cleric. Is this Martha's cafeteria?
Are you out of your mind?
I was sitting out. Leave me alone. Take Vino. You don't look like no Martha. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
You sneaking
He
around?
saw me.
If you steal anything, you're dead.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Looking at your goods. Show me your goods. Can you not stand like right here? Heyo. Oh.
Watch what you're doing here.
I think I got away with it.
Are you sneaking around?
Ain't nobody report no crime. Where it at?
That'll be useful. Good. Nice.
Got some money. Hi, Martha.
Hey, you got an
Or,
ID
or
card?
Mary, or whoever.
Do I need one?
That's how this place works. No ID, no food. Hagen's orders. You need a card, go see Hagen. You can find him in the Judicator's Basilica.
I ain't got no card, buddy.
How long have you been the cook here?
Ever since we evacuated from the Hort to the castle, I got the job by chance. The clerics lost so many people they didn't have anyone to spare.
Did Martha
I thought you
die?
were a cleric too.
I am now, but not back then. I was sitting pretty in one of their jail cells. They set me free when they abandoned the Hort. Here was the only place I had to go. I mean, I didn't want to make friends with the Alds, so I just went with the clerics. It was definitely the right choice for me. I just wish everybody saw it that way.
You're not popular around here?
Well, I get along great with half the people around here. The other half, I just stay out of their way. I can't blame them. I used to be an outlaw. It's no use trying to hide that fact. I just wish they'd look me in the eye and speak their mind instead of creating all kinds of trouble behind my back.
Creation.
Maybe I can help. What are their names?
Maybe not.
When you say help,
I'll have a little chat with them. Make them see sense. And if they don't...
I can use destructive options.
no, I don't want any violence. Brother Johannes teaches that the Creator only permits violence in emergencies.
Outlaw turned true believer. I'm surprised.
With what I've seen and done in my life, I should be a sobbing wreck by now. My faith is what gives me strength. Of course, I can't prove the Creator actually exists, but the mystery is truth enough for me. No mortal has ever been able to answer all the big questions. It stands to reason that there's forces out there greater than all of us.
Why did I not get a quest? What? Why is this in Caracas? What? This is what you consider Caracas? That's confusing. It really seems like Caracas should be this area, and then you would have Tavar down here, and then this central region would be something else. But this is Caracas. Very strange. Johannes.
Forgive us, O Creator. Grant me the power to bring sight to the blind.
Symbol of Palam.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Well, you didn't stop me. Whoa, Heinrich. He's like a guy.
While this war rages on, our enemy is growing stronger and stronger. Those things outside do not give a single thin shit about anything. Not what's fair, or right, or good. So if you've got any notion about laying down arms, forget about it! Now, get in formation!
They stepped forward.
Before we get started on the drill, hear this. It has not escaped my notice that some of you have been slacking when it comes to maintaining your weapons. That is unacceptable. I will not tolerate rust. I will not tolerate carelessness. We do not have replacements. Now, get to it!
Well, that makes sense. Heinrich was, if I remember right, he was
I want to see
the
continuous movements.
like the
No
combat
gaps in the
instructor.
sequence. Routine is everything. In a combat situation, you will not have time to think.
These
Slack off
guys
for 1 second and the enemy will punish you.
have masterful
You there,
synchronization.
maggot. Is that how your grandpa fights? Put some fucking effort into it.
Okay, I'm gonna come talk. Don't yell at me or
Never
don't hit me.
let your guard down.
I will take.
Situational awareness. Keep your comrades safe by keeping the end with the hole in it pointed towards the enemy.
Hey, what did I pick up? Training? Wake up! Grab a brush with a little makeup. Breakfast. Roll call. Uniform check. Training, lunch, training, inner training, cleaning, dinner, lights out. Yeah.
What's going on in the back? Are you breaking formation?
No, sir.
They talk.
Who gave you permission to open your mouth?
He's not doing
I
so
think
well.
you need some extra training. A lap around the yard. Move it!
Poor guy.
Cry yourselves to sleep later if you like, but while you're standing here in front of me, you will maintain formation. Soft little mama's boys are of no use to me. Loudmouth braggarts are no use to me. I need you to find your limits, because, make no mistake, you will need to push them in combat.
Guy's intense. Whoa! I really like the look of the glowing illumination of these lamps and kind of how it interacts with the, I don't know if the term is volumetric lighting or it's not like the volumetric fog or whatever. Just kind of the way it lights up this area. It's got a really very pleasant look to it. I really like the nighttime lighting, and especially with this lighting arrangement here. It looks very nice. Guess I'll talk to Heinrich. I haven't done a hard save in a while. Let me just go ahead and Henrik.
Hey, you! You're interrupting my training! Get in formation!
Don't you recognize me? Do I recognize him? Is Heinrich actually like a guy from... I thought there was a Legate trainer in the first game named Heinrich. Show me your work.
Actually, I just wanted to talk.
Well, you've come to the wrong place! Look, I'm sure your intentions are good, but right now, I'm busy whipping these morons into shape! It's a miracle that most of these numbskulls even showed up today. There's twice as many who didn't even bother!
Why would that be?
You're asking for reasons? These idiots don't have reasons! They're like cattle! Lazy cattle! It is my duty to...
Whoops.
In order to achieve that, I need a little discipline. Unless I beat some sense of the real world into their thick skulls, they'll be off with the others preaching blue skies and sunshine. No amount of belief in the Creator will save you if you're faced with the barrel of a gun or some deadly creature's jaws.
It's important to know when to run.
And abdicate responsibility like a coward? Not likely. If you're not one of these runts, come back tomorrow and I may have a use for you.
Tomorrow?
All in!
Come back
The
tomorrow.
Creator may have...
Oh, teach me.
I want to learn from you.
Then you'll have to show up at the crack of dawn tomorrow, just like everyone else.
I wasn't planning on waiting that long.
If I had to teach everyone individually, we would have a great army. In about 100 years.
What if I paid you?
Special treatment in exchange for Elex. A few more shards would certainly help us out. I'll make you a deal. I will charge you a small fee for each unit of training, regardless of whether you back out or not. In exchange, I will help you improve your melee and ranged combat skills. I can also show you how to use your equipment more effectively.
Sounds good. Oh, I got it. What? Okay.
Let's get started.
That's fine. 15 bucks. I gotta pay him 15 every time just to bring up the window. That's hardcore. But yeah, none of this is all that. Yo, well, increases damage by 300. I can't do anything. Here's my question is, when it says unsuspecting, that... Like, I can't do double damage from a fight, an active fight, right? It's not gonna work like that. This is only for stealth. Yeah, I just wasted 15 bucks.
I've changed my mind.
Then stop wasting my time!
Okay, see you in the morning,
Creator
or
may
maybe
have
not.
made you, but I'll be the one who hones you, makes you useful. If you think it'll be easier somewhere else,
I can
then
hack a
get out of my
safe,
sight.
maybe.
If you can't handle the training, then go home and cry to your mothers.
I really wish it would tell me
Believe
what
it's tough
level
in
this
here,
is.
Then try making friends with those monsters out there. I hope you understand me. Now, back to the
4,
barracks.
1, 6, 8. 4 is greater than 3. 5, 6.
I'm in.
Bunch of garbage, but I got some rockets. Rockets aren't garbage. Rockets are kind of nice. For that heavy rocket launcher I can't use. Copy pasted tower. Whoa, hard lock, that's gotta have something good in it. Oh gosh, this is really long combo. I mean, it's a hard lock, so... It's the hard lock life. What? What a pain in the butt. You'll make me do all this one at a time? What? There, okay. Damage, savior. I can make a full savior. And I got a medium Elex drink, doo-dah. That's kind of exciting. Damage, savior. This will sell for a lot of money, or I could potentially use it if I get if I get my strength and constitution up. It has no gem slots. I guess maybe when you craft it to full, it will. Not that I'm really using gem slots for much of anything. Oh, they went to sleep. And Heinrich's gonna stand watch all freaking night. Crazy. You're crazy. Go to sleep. Crony? Oh.
Stop that nonsense.
Nonsense. You look like you might be a person or you're a generic worker. Yep. This is Isaac's. Yeah, okay. This is Black Lotus. Goodness. Okay, well, what do we got? That looks like something crazy. Some of this looks like reused assets from the test lab in the bottom of the fort. In the first game, you had the Logan, I think, was the name of the outlaw guy, the guy in charge of the outlaws, and he had the cleric Conrad, who was building basically like a hydrogen bomb or some kind of uber bomb to blow up the clerics. Some of this looks kind of like stuff that they had lying around down there in the first game. Is there anyone up here? I don't see anyone. Iridium. Oh god, every time she does that, like, startles me. Sudden sound effect. I can maybe hack a safe? One is less than 5 is greater than 3 is less than 7. I got one of them right. 1 is less than 8 is greater than 6, 9. Okay, 1, 6 is greater than 0.
I'm in.
What do we got? Elixir drink, general remedy. Get some 500 XP. Lab. A lot of labs. Rocket launcher! Map. Fairly exciting stuff up here. What's that rocket launcher? Do I have 3 yet? Got 2. I can maybe hack a safe. One, 3, 6, 4. 3, 5, 8, 4. Oh, I just gotta switch the 4 and the 5.
I'm in.
Oh, it was a bunch of nothing. Oh, hello. I would like to sneak in through the window. I think I might have already been in here. Maybe not. Looks like somebody's typing. I've not been up here. I have been in there, but not in this building. Who and where is this typist? Are they below me?
If you steal anything, I'll kill you.
Who saw me?
That didn't
I
work.
broke my lockpick. Now I am sad. Alright, so who said that? Nobody sees me. Ava! I forgot about Ava. That might be the woman who was looking into Arvid's teachings. I could be wrong. I don't remember that well. I'm drowning in books, piles of papers, and a cascade of poems. My greatest wish has always been to dedicate my entire attention to the written word, but I now find myself wanting. Diving into literature is no longer enough. I desire a fresh breeze, sunlight, and most of all, red roses. Their scent lets me dream, lets me forget the world around me. Sadly, I was only able to scrounge together a few plants. Now the archive is growing and piling up around me, and all I can think about is greenery. Where is my mind? And where are the arms that will hold me when the nights grow cold? Oh, that sounds kind of like romantic. Where's she at, though? Those are personal quarters. You got a cleric? Is that Ava? No, these are just generic clerics.
You think you could just help yourself? You've got another thing coming.
You've got another thing coming.
Lost?
I'd like for you to go back to sleep so that
There's
way I
nothing
can
here for you.
pick that lock.
Unbelievable.
These guys are gonna stay asleep and they're not gonna wake up when I come in here, right? No. No.
Tread very careful.
You were supposed to stay asleep. Where's Ava? Who's typing?
If you think you could just help yourself, you've got another thing coming.
Oh. There's a ground floor. Crack medium lock. I got a t-shirt. Cigarette. This is Ava. Hey, that's Ava. Found her. First, I got a Mine for Dummies. How many times have I read this? War stories. Escape from Ignadon. Here we go. We clerics cannot escape the megalomania of the Albs. Some of their troops left Zakor after the hybrid was defeated. Instead, they set out for Ignadon to find new sources of Elex. Most of the Albs' converters were destroyed, so it became impossible for them to mine Elex. This was apparently one of the reasons why they occupied our homeland. They conquered territory piece by piece. Anyone who got in their way was exterminated. Our crisis of faith weakened our community and the effectiveness of our troops. Our only way out was to escape the Horde as soon as we could. We tried to take as many machines, as much equipment, and as many valuables as we could, but unfortunately, in our haste, we managed to collect very little. As we fled south, we luckily came across an abandoned castle. We inspected it thoroughly and decided to make it our new base. It was a little ray of hope for us. Still, many clerics are in despair, finding it difficult to pull themselves together. We need to leave the past behind us. In our faith, we will find the hope that we will revitalize and give us new strength. So, here's the thing, like, the first game, they had a whole lot of audio logs and text logs. Kalan. There's a whole lot of audio and text logs that, you know, shed light on the backstory of what people were doing before the comet, how everyone started learning about the comet, how people reacted to the comet, how governments were trying to handle the comet, you know, how people survived after the comet, how the factions evolved. There's none of that in this game, and obviously they can't tell that exact same story again. So instead, they can only fill in the backstory of like the last, what, 6 years? Of sort of how the world has changed, what the factions have been up to, but all of these have been like really dry, kind of just like encyclopedic entries from a history textbook. They haven't been like, you know, told from interesting perspectives with little stories or anything. I think the one exception that I can think of is William and the fort. Maybe this one kind of gives some semblance of that characterization, but we'll see. I discovered that our people conducted experiments with Elex from a very early stage. There are sporadic publications on the subject, all of which are being kept under wraps. My brothers and sisters wouldn't understand me. They are blinded by their faith. This is from Ava's perspective. But Elex has a special power. We only use it as an energy source for the machines, but I believe Elex could perfect human beings as well. That's what the Albs believe. No one has yet dared to take the next step. That's what the Albs have been doing. There are recorded cases in which Elex did not cause a consumer to degenerate. I discovered a correlation with willpower. Your mental strength determines what Elex does to you. If you're strong enough, Elex can give you great power. Like, say, Jax in the first game. My experiments are progressing nicely. I found a dosage that my body is tolerating well. Of course, I haven't told anyone what I'm doing, so I myself have to suffer the effects of my failed attempts. I'm being very careful, but soon I won't have to hide it. Is this maybe Dawkins? I'm shedding all these tedious human habits. My mind is sharper than ever because I'm no longer distracted by useless feelings. I've already started taking a select few people into my confidence. I only test the aptitude of the strongest. My pallor is becoming more difficult to conceal. It's likely that I have started to attract attention. My research is practically complete, and no human pangs of conscience remain to distract me from my goals. There's another book somewhere, I thought. Where is it? Records about Elex. My research on the climate of the old world has led me to an interesting hypothesis. Elex influences the ambient temperature and, consequently, the climate. Based on soil samples, we were able to determine that before the comet hit, the climate in Zakor was as mild as Abessa. Accordingly, the frozen tundra as we know it today has only existed for a few decades. Collecting Elex is cooling the world, and large amounts of Elex accelerate the process. This is yet more evidence of how dangerous this substance is. Anything else? I would like to steal from this chest where the two dudes are sleeping. I would like for them to not wake up as soon as I walk in their chambers. I'm doing everything I can. I am in slowest movement, stealth mode, lamp off. Success. Okay. Not too exciting. But every little thing helps. Now I can pick up the pace.
What's going on there?
And roll dodge. I don't know why I did that, I just wanted to. Talk to Ava.
Jax, is that you? What a wonderful surprise. It's been what, 6, 7 years? You look well. How are things? Need help with anything?
Like I say, I think this was the woman who was looking into the research, like the original teachings of the prophet Arvid, who, quote-unquote, discovered the cleric god Kalan. And she was, like, skeptical of everything, and she says, why are they being so secretive, and why won't they let anyone read the prophet's notes? And then there was a whole elaborate subquest to uncover the truth of Kalan, and she was in that.
Glad to see you again too, Ava.
I have so much to tell you.
If I'm remembering the character
I'm
right.
guessing Alex showed you where you can bunk down for the night. I expect you've got a lot on your mind right now. If you need a little time to yourself, I completely understand. We can catch up later.
I've had all the time in the world.
Maybe
Let's do it
share
now.
A bottle of wine?
Yes, let's do that.
That's your thing?
Yes, please.
What exactly do you do here?
I'm in charge of the Archives of Knowledge. I don't know if you remember, but once upon a time, I wasn't even allowed to step foot inside the archives. And now look at me. I'm responsible for preserving all the knowledge we have. How times change. It was so long ago, it feels like a different world. Remember our old home? All that was left was a smoldering ruin. If you're interested, I can also share some of my newfound knowledge with you. What do you say?
Show me your
What
skills.
Can you teach me?
Mainly things that'll improve your cognitive
Oh, is she a
abilities.
cunning teacher?
And looking at those muscles of yours, I can see that it's about time you started training your mind, too.
Woman, my intelligence is my highest stat right now. Well, maybe my strength is higher. My intelligence is only 35. So she's got the personality skills. None of this I can use.
Mind if I take a look around the archives?
I'd be insulted if you didn't. If you're looking for anything in particular, just let me know.
Can we, like, actually talk and catch up? And, like, she was like, hey, you want to get a bottle of wine? She had, like, personality and things to say, and I can't do it. Oh, is it dawn? Can I go talk to Heinrich? Traveling merchant. Is this the same guy?
Hey.
Show me your goods. Runner axe. Grenade launcher. Standard alb hat. He's got a jetpack fuel. I will buy it because he is a traveling merchant. He might be a little bit of a pain to track down in the future.
It was a pleasure doing business.
All right, Heinrich. Let's see if it's time.
You said you had a use for me?
Soldier, are you hard of hearing? What did I tell you?
You told me to come back later.
Correct! I worked for more than just half the day.
Is it not later enough? Sun's coming up. I don't think there's anything left in here for me to explore or loot. Yeah, I think at this point I might say that I like this alternative camera the best of all three options that I've seen. Surprisingly. It feels pretty good. Like, the FOV is acceptable. I like that it stays completely, you know, the same distance from your character at all times, so it doesn't have that lag effect where you run ahead of it and then it catches up a little later. And like the mouse smoothing, if that is what's going on, it doesn't feel terrible. It's like little bit iffy when I go into aiming mode, but you know, for just moving the camera around in third person, like it still feels somewhat snappy. Like I can make rapid movements, I can snap to where I want, and there's just a little bit of smoothing, but it's not like excessive. And like I want to like the idea of the dynamic camera. I want to like that because that's kind of like an interesting idea to have it sort of, you know, automatically adjusting the zoom and the focus when you're slowing down like that. Like that's kind of, there's some interesting aspects to that and how it presents the world, and like, you know, in interior locations be able to focus on the environments more. But I really would like to be able to control that manually. The alternative camera is very much appreciated, but I would like to have manual control over the camera distance as well, to be able to zoom it in when I'm in an interior location and wanting to inspect the environment more closely, and then pull it out when I'm sprinting across wide open fields or whatever the case may be. Is it not tomorrow enough for you? The sun is like actually up now. Hagen. Lord Hagen, commander of the Paladins. Oh, caps lock. How you get me every time. Ain't nobody talking to me. I'm gonna ignore Hagen and I'm gonna look for stuff to loot. And an acolyte. And Reinhold. Adjudicator Reinhold. Didn't he die? I can examine Kalan.
Unauthorized input. Access denied.
This is Kalan. Wait, what?
That isn't gonna work.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'd like to read, and I'd like to not get in trouble for it.
Back problems?
Back problems. There was a time when I just didn't know what to do anymore. I was lost, and the meaning behind all the horrors I had seen escaped me. In my darkest hour, Kalan came to me in a dream. He showed me his path. We are chosen. If we obey Kalan's commandments, he will pass his most important test. But first, we must purify our spirits. We must wash all the filth from our souls. Kalan demands absolute devotion to his mission. It is our holy duty to return all lost souls to the path of purity and enlightenment. I was chosen to proclaim Kalan's will. That is why I'm recording what was revealed to me through his divine enlightenment. I learned of his great plan to remake the world. The comet was the first step. The duty of his faithful is to prepare the path. Only if we are pure and steadfast enough in our faith will we experience his salvation. And believe me, salvation will come to all who pass Kalan's tests. I will tell you exactly what you need to do. As long as you obey all his commandments, you will be pure of heart. On one page, someone added a handwritten note. Kalan was not the creator, just a tool.
I despise thieves!
I got one shot by Adjudicator Reinhold. Oh no, Ulbricht is the guy who I think died. But Kalan is a computer system now. Kalan was a rocket. And obviously, like, they're gonna not tell you that Kalan is a rocket. But the fact that this in-game is labeled as Kalan is perplexing to me. I'd like to learn why that is.
Huh. You and I have met before.
Yes, I was in your faction.
Where have I seen that face?
I was in your faction. I was your top agent. I defeated the hybrid. We fought together in numerous battles.
We met in the Hort. Right, in the Hort. I trained a lot of recruits there. You know, back when it was still in one piece. Finding a single half-decent recruit is a near impossible task. So I'll get to the point. Are you gonna help us out or not? It depends. What do you want from me? To be honest, quite a lot. But I'll take that as a yes. Look, anyone who works for me gets food, shelter, and fair pay for a day's work. Think it over. My door is always open. You'll find me a fair boss. I always speak my mind, even if I do seem a little blunt at times. Take this. Use it to pick up your rations in the canteen.
Yo.
Thank you, but that isn't necessary. We can take care of ourselves.
Hey. Of course. No problem at all. Any other questions? Fire away. Anytime. What can I do to help? Simple. Go where help is needed. Then help. As far as I'm concerned,
Kyle likes me.
That's all it takes for me to treat you as a cleric. That's it? I'm a soldier. I don't like to overcomplicate things. I can't provide you with a uniform, though. We are all out of those. You're kidding me. No. Our armorer offers the standard protective gear, but no uniforms. The only one left is a regent's uniform, and I'm not giving that to you. Why not? Well, more accurately, I'm not giving it to you yet. You'll have to earn it, and that won't be easy. If the armor's really what you want, you need to gain access to the Alps. Infiltrate them. Right. I told you it wouldn't be easy. I'll also tell you why this is so important to us. Ever since they began occupying Ignidon, the Albs have left us in peace. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee they'll keep that up. The Albs are a threat we can't ignore, so I like to be as informed as possible. It's not enough to be one of their scouts. Gain the rank of trooper, and then we'll talk.
Okay.
Very good.
So if you join the cleric, so to speak, you're doing it as an undercover alb? It's kind of like a 2-in-1 deal, I guess. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay, that's good to know. Dr. Reinhold, explain to me why Kalan is a computer.
Jax, a most unexpected visitor to our holy halls. Is it fate that in these troubled times you have found your way back to us?
Again we meet with dark clouds hanging over us. Little has changed since we took up arms against our common enemy.
At that time, you spoke of mankind's impending doom, and of those who would cause it. It shames me to think of how little heed I gave your wise words.
Forget it. I've had moments of doubt myself.
And out there, the invaders build their towers of destruction. Exactly what you tried to warn us of.
Actions are what count. We must think about our future. How to destroy this enemy.
That's exactly what we're doing. Now the wounds inflicted upon us have healed. We have rallied ourselves and are planning our resurgence.
I need better gear and star instruction.
I was hoping you could help me. I need some better gear. And some good instructors in the art of armed combat.
I see. You've lost a great deal of the strength you once had. The war against the Albs took a great deal from all of us. And the situation seems liable to get worse in the future, not better.
That war was 6 years ago. It's not a problem anymore. I was bitten by one of the invaders' dark creatures. Infected with their plague. It crippled many of my combat skills. I need to work on them again, from scratch.
I wish I could help you, but in these dark days, I have to think about my own faction. We have neither the resources nor the time to train you, or to share our weapons.
That is unfortunate.
To us, you are an outsider. We must focus on our own survival. And that means holding on to every last scrap we have.
I believe you're trying to talk me into joining the clerics.
That would be one way to solve this dilemma. Though, from the look of you, you'd have to start your training with the basics. That isn't something the clerics can afford to offer you. We simply can't spare the manpower or the relevant supplies. That's my final word, I'm afraid. We won't be able to give you basic training in our weapons technology.
Could you suggest an alternative?
Our approach to combat closely resembles that of the Albs to the north. If you want to join us, I suggest you go to them first. They can teach you the basics.
You want me to train with your enemies?
They're not the only ones who would rather see us dead. These last few months, many evils have come to torment us. The Albs are the least of our worries. When you've completed your basic training, we can talk again about your initiation into the cleric community.
As an Alb commander, my specialty was Elex abilities. My repertoire didn't include other weapons until much later.
Then it's those abilities you should start improving. They will make you a valuable asset to the clerics.
I'll be returning to you as an Alb. You're okay with that?
That is what you were in the first place. Once you've learned the fundamentals of high-tech weaponry, speak to Judicator Hagen. He'll be able to answer your questions.
We all have
This is
burdens to bear.
kind of strange.
I wish you every success on the rest of your journey.
Yeah, we have clerics in this game. Why is my shotgun equipped? Yeah, we got cleric faction in this game again, but you have to join the Albs first to then become a cleric. It's very strange. Basically, it seems like what they did was they wanted to keep basic concept of clerics, berserkers, and outlaws, but they didn't want to just redo the exact same thing as the first game, so they said, okay, basically the berserkers are still kind of the berserkers. The clerics are now Albs, and the outlaws are now Morkans. I guess there are still outlaws, and excuse me, maybe you can join them in kind of the same way where it's like maybe they tell you to join the Morkans or the Berserkers as like an undercover agent or something like that. Alright, Heinrich, you got anything for me?
You said you had a use for me?
So,
is he like waiting for a 24-hour countdown? What's going on? I talked to him at night. It is now the next day. Hood goes on.
You said you had a use for me?
soldier!
You...
Correct! I work for more than just half the day.
What is this guy's problem? What am I doing wrong?
My head. The infection. I'd already forgotten about it again. If I don't get a handle on it, that thing is going to happen to me. You said you had a use for me?
So... Correct! So, you can get yourself back here in a few hours. I won't have...
If I fast travel somewhere, is that gonna pass time? Without sleeping until the evening? There's a dude out here. Who are you? You're a cleric. Will Alex have a conversation with me?
Not now.
I need to hurry.
He specifically said to come converse. If you need like a friendly chat. She gives me no friendly chat. Heinrich.
So... Correct! You can get...
What if I sleep until the evening? Oh dear. Ow. He has changed locations. This might be a good sign.
You said you had a use for me?
That's correct, soldier. Although your inability to track time makes me wonder whether you're really the right man for this job.
I've been trying so hard to
Listen up.
talk to you.
I'm gonna lay it all out. I've asked around about you. Seems you've already had military training. They also say you're a specialist in foreign terrain.
Who says that?
Personally, I'd have put you on latrine duty, but there's more to you than I thought. I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to put your skills to real use. Interested?
Oh, he wants to fight me?
Where do you need me?
I like your determination. Keep it up. Let me be clear. We have very few supporters, even fewer soldiers. And an army that can't fight is no army at all. These walls are a prison. I want us to escape. And to do that, we need soldiers. People who know what they're doing, not a bunch of religious nutjobs who think prayer's the answer. I don't care if we're working with thieves or thugs or any kind of criminal. Beggars can't be choosers.
And you think I'm a little bit of all those things, right?
No, we're talking right now because you spend time with these sorts of people. And don't try to tell me otherwise. I want to use your connections to win these people over to our cause. Can I count on you?
You can. What do you need me to do?
You've got backbone. Good. I'll keep it short. I'm sure you're familiar with the Outlaws' Crater. They're savages. Toss their trash straight out onto the street. They treat their people the same way, but we can use the people they throw out like trash. Head to the crater, find out who's on their hit list, and bring them here.
I have no interim report. Okay, so I just gotta find recruits. What are my other quests? I got Missing Cleric Trader, I got Words of Faith. Well, this is really the only quest I can do. It's south of here.
Is that real?
Who's talking? Oh, I have an ID card. I can maybe do something with Isaac.
No problem.
Are you guys talking?
That's what I call
Legates.
dangerous half-knowledge. What, seriously?
Well, did Hagen give you one? An ID card? Remember, no card, no food. That's how it works.
Show me your goods.
You sure did. What's on the menu?
It's not exactly fine dining, but it does the job. You hungry?
Show me your goods.
My rations, please.
Here you go. Get it while it's hot.
Oh. It'll just give me food.
Well, if you say so.
Whatever. Oh, right into a wall.
Ugh, shit.
Yeah, running into a wall will do that
I'd rather
to
see
you.
Dawkins dead than work for him. But what else can I do?
What do we got? A nightshade? I gotta assume this is going out of the player. Oh no, we're going into mountains. So this might be an explorable area up here. I don't think I really want to go this way, but I just need to see if I can. I got quests and things to do in what is apparently Caracas. I'm not yet ready to venture into what might be Alb territory, but I gotta know what the limits are. Holy music, Batman. Also, random vegetation up in the middle of nowhere.
Shit!
Oh, frost damage. Okay, we'll deal with that later. Nightshade. Bring it on. It didn't stagger. How are you gonna do a heavy attack with a super long attack animation and not stagger it?
Watch out!
I was nowhere near that. I was well out of range of that hit.
Watch out!
And I'm noticing that the camera still likes to kind of float to like left and right somewhat unpredictably, and I don't like that either. I'd very much like it to stay like either centered all the time, or for it to be kind of like it is now, over the shoulder, with you having the option to switch shoulders. Even better if you could have the option to decide if it's centered, left shoulder, right shoulder, you know, if you could zoom out and so on. It's just really bizarre that there's so little functionality in the camera controls. It is hard to grasp why they decided to be so rigid with having their own little camera thing going on and not letting you control it whatsoever. Elex 1 music. That's what's happening. I gotta like rescue people. They dying. Something. There's a guy running away. Traveling merchant. Who this? Guard? I will talk to the traveling merchant.
Damn creatures everywhere. You're screwed without a weapon.
Why don't you have a weapon?
I'm so glad you found us.
Oh look, he's wearing the level 1 cleric
be the
armor.
trade convoy that Vivian wants me to find.
Thank Callahan. Vivian sent you.
Callahan?
I was afraid we'd be written off as dead already.
Callahan?
We could really use your help.
That is not how you say that word. Why does no one say things consistently between the first game and the second game?
First, tell me what happened.
I don't even know where to start. We wanted to try a new, shorter route. We knew it was dangerous, but we tried anyway. We were halfway back from the fort heading towards the castle when we were attacked. We ran away up the hill. Me and one of my guards lost our weapons on the way.
See, like, I'm only getting intelligence checks and dialogue. Why don't I get ever anything else?
You should have strapped your guns on properly.
Huh. You ever try strapping
What?
your gun down while
She
Reavers
expects
shoot
more
holes in the ground behind you?
seriousness.
But that wasn't all. We
This is stupid, Kaya. That doesn't make any sense, woman. I'm giving practical advice on how to not get destroyed by monsters. She wants me to be serious. I'm very frustrated with some of these dialogue choices. They don't make logical sense sometimes.
Damn creatures everywhere. You're screwed without a weapon. I'm so glad you found us.
You both lost your weapons?
If only it had been just the two of us. We somehow escaped the Reavers and saw a hut. We thought we'd hide out in there for a while. As we slowly worked our way up, these damn spine hounds came and attacked us. So we ran again. We ran up here. Seems like my other guard lost his weapon on the way. And that's how you found us now, with no guns and those beasts on our tails. As you can see, we could really use your help.
Well, the path is clear. I'll go look for your weapons. Oh, I have a choice. Can we do both? Can I take him to there and then I go get the weapons?
You want me to help you look for your weapons?
We would appreciate that, yeah. We can't show our faces in the castle again without them. We might as well throw ourselves to the spine hounds.
Where'd you lose them?
We lost 2 weapon packs somewhere on the way up here. Just look along the side of the road. The last weapon pack must be somewhere up here. We just can't seem to find the damn thing.
It's up here somewhere.
Once you have them, please bring them back here quickly. I don't feel safe at all walking around unarmed.
There's 1 up here and 2 down the path. What does a weapon pack look like? Is that a weapon pack? It's a literal bundle of weapons, like they're not even in use. They're not just like out and loaded. These guys are so inept. A couple of basic spine hounds and you're just like, ooh.
It sends an icy chill down my spine every time I see these buildings. Spiders are foul anyway, but when I think about the giant creepy crawlies living in there, ugh, gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You got me. I don't want to come all the way down here. I did not want to explore these buildings. forlorn. Who this? Who that? Who that? There's a Reaver. I ain't gonna mess with that. Are these guys getting attacked while I'm, like, doing this, by the way? That would be crazy. I'm missing a weapon pack. Where it be? There's one up there. I think I already got that. There's no way it's, like, over here. Stuck on a damn table. Damp journal. Nightmares. There's something under my bed. The bed wobbled a little and I heard a rustling noise. I went to get Dad. Oh, it's a child. He brought a flashlight so we could see if there's anything under there. He said the noise must have been coming from outside, that there was nothing under the bed. I heard those noises in my room again tonight. The bag of nuts I hid under my bed had been nibbled on. You got a rat, a problem. Dad says I'm crazy, that I'm too old to believe in monsters. It gave me the creeps, so I went into the living room and slept on the couch. It was quiet for 2 days, but then it all started again tonight. The rustling was bad enough, but when I heard wheezing tonight, I'd had enough. I grabbed the flashlight and looked under the bed myself. Dad must be totally blind. There's a little dog with horns. You got a spine hound? Fitting him my stuffed animals. He had such thick fur, we didn't notice him. Now I know where all my candy went too. Shouldn't have told my parents. I kicked the little guy out. Dad says it's too dangerous to have a monster in the house, but he's just a little baby monster. The little guy was outside my window tonight. He was scratching at the side of the house. I pulled him in through the window really quickly. It's so cold out I couldn't just leave him. I just have to make sure that no one finds him and takes him away from me again. I always wanted a pet. I'll set him free again once he's big and strong enough. Did he get eaten by a spine hound? Can a spine hound be domesticated into a pet? Also, another thing I've noticed is it seems like my frame rate has been a lot more smooth in this session than it has been previously. I don't know if that patch that came out today was supposed to address performance. I didn't think it did. It looked like it was, you know, mostly fixing like scripting errors for certain quests, and the camera was a big thing. But my performance, it feels like it might be smoother. I don't have like the FPS tracker turned on right now, so I can't say for sure, but it feels like I'm getting a lot smoother frame rate. Alright guys, where's your other weapon thing? I didn't... Still missing one. They said there were 2 on the road. I've only seen 1 on the road, unless I have to go farther down the path. I wouldn't think it would be that far. I would also assume they don't want me to have to veer too far off of the path. There it is. Okay. You can't really fly up a hill.
I found your weapon packs.
Fantastic! At last. Now we can hit the road again and get back to our trade route. I'm sorry I don't have anything to give you in return.
It could be, but what is this gonna be, a creation option? Kaya's not gonna like this.
You must have something you could give me.
Didn't you mention you were sent by Vivian? Doesn't she pay you? Our goods don't really belong to us. We're trading on behalf of the clerics. Okay. Alright, if you insist. I'll just have to make a few of my other things a little more expensive to balance the books. Here, take this. And thanks again for helping us. We'll meet again.
You see, Vivian was paying me to get you guys back to town. She don't pay me to go get your weapons for you, so that way you can save face and look more competent when you get there. Is this taking me to the fort or not? Or not the fort, okay. Whatever this place is called, the castle. A really long roundabout way to get there. Guess I can put this marker off. What space? Okay. Hey Viv, I got your guys for you.
About the trade convoy. I helped them, and they're back on the road.
So you did it! Thank you. Hopefully I'll be getting my regular deliveries again soon. I promised you payment, so here it is.
I was expecting more. That's fine.
Thanks.
Okay then, see you around. And don't forget, if you ever have any supplies, I'll gladly take them off your hands.
I ain't got nothing I'm willing to part with. What's it now? My only other quest was to go put flyers up and then recruit outlaws, basically. So I got really nothing I can do here. It's a very minuscule amount of quests. Neva still got nothing. It's boring. You were supposed to be a fun character. We had our little secret mission in the last game. He was talking about, like, socializing and want more dialogue from her. Alright, well, that's probably about where I should be ending this episode. You know, this is where, I think this was Goliath areas in the first game. I don't know if you can come up here or not. Kind of looks like an out of bounds area. There's so much, not much space going on up here. Doesn't look like there's much of detail, but like over here it kind of looks like there's stuff. Maybe. But I'm thinking I should be heading for probably the crater next as the next main quest hub. So I got kind of a path, a journey to make there. I may do some exploration between here and there. Or maybe I'll just skip all of this and go right there, but I'll figure that out in the next session. Let me do a save here and that'll be it.